Good afternoon, everyone. So, I wanted to have a big banger of a welcome back from my vacation and doing a cage reaction video. So, we have a couple of submissions to start. We're still waiting for more, but as those ones roll in, let's get the process started. So, this first cage is from the guinea pig, Sunday and Strawberry. Based on the photos, I believe I know exactly who submitted that. I believe it is Zizi's cage for her guinea pigs. Mostly because I recognize the bun that lives underneath the cage. In any case, it is a 2-foot by 12-foot cage for 4 female guinea pigs. She says they have 2 water bowls and 2 water bottles. Hope you enjoy. So let's take a look at some of these photos. So I see over in the far left section of the photo that you're going to see on the screen just now, there is some sort of a sheet kind of draped over and then hanging down. And that, I believe, is kind of like a makeshift shaded area, maybe a makeshift fleece forest type idea. I see a cardboard camper that is probably typically sold for cats, but that's okay because guinea pigs can make use of it too. I see you have the vine decor hanging on the wall, and that looks super cute. You got a Heidi over here. I believe that's made out of, I'm not sure what it's made of, to be honest. It kind of looks like it's just a piece of fleece draped over a grid that was bent, but it could be an actual Heidi. I'm not sure, so I don't want to take too much of a guess on that. You got a hay bag to the far right of the cage, as well as a litter box. Now that we look at a different picture here, there is 2 litter boxes with the hay. And I see you're using the bath mat under the hay. That is a very great way to preserve on garbage kind of thing, I guess. I mean, you use fleece for the rest of the cage, so it's 1 more or 2 more pieces of extra material to wash. That's my theory about it. I see you have the piggy bunk bed. I do see you have a pink sheet draped down from the cage. I'm not sure if that's supposed to keep your bunny out of a certain area, maybe. Overall, I think it's really cute. I would personally maybe suggest either trying to get some like canvas liners like this one back here, or maybe some coroplast, just so that you can contain the poops, and that way your guinea pigs won't be peeing outside of the cage and then have a bigger mess to clean up. That's my suggestion with that. I know you said you have 2 water bottles and 2 bowls for water, so I'm not sure what your guinea pigs prefer, but I think that is a perfect amount of water resources for them for only 4. Definitely a fantastic size for 4 guinea pigs. I don't really have too much to critique on. I think it's really cute overall. Just make sure that the vines that you have hanging down, your guinea pigs can't potentially access if they stand on their hind legs or anything like that. That would be my only possible concern, really. But yeah, overall, fantastic cage and good job. Thank you so much for submitting. Alright, our next submission is from Jeremy. Jeremy has 7 guinea pigs, 1 neutered boar, and 6 sows. They live in a 2x12 CNC cage with 2 standard 2x6s attached together in an L shape. There's a 2x2 balcony or loft on one end and a 2x2 covered kitchen at the other end, where he keeps multiple hanging and standing hay racks. The main living space is 32.2 square feet, not including the loft. The exact layout shifts slightly, but at the moment he has 100 Heidi's and 2 cuddle cups. I think he might have meant 10, but I could be wrong. I'm reading off of what he wrote. Food dishes aren't really visible in the pics. One is between the water bottle and the Rainbow Space House, and the other is tucked underneath the ramp. I often have hanging mobiles from from the 2 wooden Small Pet Select mobile hangers, but not today. Okay, that's what they are. So let's take a look here quickly. For 7 guinea pigs, a 2x12 is an amazing amount of space. That's even more than what my 7 pigs have up there. I think it's great that you have a 2x2 section for a kitchen area or food area that is 5 square feet alone, which is amazing. I think your corner space houses are really cute where they're placed. I really like the castle Heidi's that sits like right in the middle pathway. I'm assuming that they are 2-way entrance, and that's why they're placed where they are. The loft area is really cute. I do like how you have the bricks right underneath the loft area to kind of reduce the angle of how steep the ramp would be. I'm safely assuming that's why the bricks are there. Maybe it's for another reason. Correct me if I'm wrong. I see you have 2 other corner space houses behind these fleece forests, which are super cute, by the way. I love those colors. I'm obsessed with purple. Your guinea pigs are really cute. I see 2 of them up here, which one of them is sleeping and showing off their booty. Gotta love booty pics. Yeah, overall, amazing cage space. I don't really have much critiquing to give. I do really think that black and purple skirt to block the tables from the one side is really cute. I love the amount, the kind of storage that you have in the front. That's awesome. Hopefully other people can use this cage as inspo. I'm in love with this. It's very colorful. It's a great amount of space. Thank you so much for submitting, Jeremy. Alright, now for this next submission, this is not from anybody that I know. This next cage is actually from Google Images, and for those who struggle with space saving, I thought this was a very unique idea that I just had to share. And sorry, we got Bruno here to help out. So, for those who only have like 1 or 2 guinea pigs, but you have a very small living space, and you're trying to, figure out how to fit a cage, but still have a bed and whatnot. So this idea is someone who decided to get a bunk bed, and they turned the bottom bunk into the guinea pig cage, as you can see, and I think that's an absolutely fantabulous idea. And so does Bruno. As you can see, there's a water bottle there, there's a couple of fleece forests, there are grids that go around to protect the guinea pigs from having to fall out, and the grids are kind of like, I guess, too high. So you got your first set to prevent the guinea pigs from falling, and then also from anybody getting underneath the bed. And then the only thing I would have done differently is I personally would have had the grids like the entire circumference of the bed. I'm not sure if circumference is the right word, but I would have the grids all the way around, like both sides of the wall, to protect the wall itself as well. The other possibility I would have maybe done is use the top bunk for the guinea pigs and use the bottom bunk as my bed, but that's just because for me personally, I'm not I'm not the biggest fan of heights, but I suppose either way I would have to make my way to the top to either clean out the guinea pig cage or to go to sleep, whichever you would choose to do it as. But I just wanted to share this idea because I thought it was really creative for someone who might struggle with space. Sorry. I'm still getting over the cold. Over a month now, and I'm still getting over it. But yeah, so if you struggle for space, you can do a bunk bed like that. Or if you have 4 guinea pigs and you want to, give them a lot of space, look on your local marketplace on Facebook. Sometimes people are giving away bunk beds, and then you can just, you can use grids that you might already have at home, or order some cheap ones from Amazon or whatever. But there's plenty of options there. I hope it helps for inspiration for all of you. And let's move on to our next submission. Mission. Oh, wait. I don't know if you can see it. Mateo is over by the hay bag. I think he might be eating. I'm hoping. Anyways, this next cage submission was submitted by Libby's Animals. She says, this is my 4 female piggies cage for you to rate. It's a 5x6 cage with 13-inch grids, and I use fleece and bath mats as a bedding, but I also have 4 large litter boxes. They aren't really good photos of the litter boxes, unfortunately. Right now, she only has 3 piggies in the cage, as one of her piggies has a respiratory infection, so she's being kept separate temporarily, but hopefully she'll be able to be back with the herd very soon after her treatment, and that's why the cage looks a bit empty, because I'm using some stuff for her cage. They have 6 water sources, mostly bowls, but they have 1 water bottle. During the wintertime, they live in a cage twice the size downstairs, but during the summertime and spring, it gets too hot, so they live here in my bedroom. Okay, well, let's take a look at the cage up here. So, I do see it's in your bedroom. I'm assuming bedroom, because all I could see is a desk and a window at this point. I do see multiple hay areas, which is great, plus the litter boxes, so that's great. I do love the big, large wooden hide, because it also doubles as a chew toy. I do suggest covering the ramp with something. In case your guinea pigs happen to pee on it, it'll be easier to clean. Wood, as you hopefully will know, is a porous material, so any kind of moisture that gets into it, whether it's urine or water or juice or whatever it might be, it will soak into it and stain it. And if it happens to be urine, which it's a guinea pig cage, so it should be urine, it's gonna harbor bacteria. So I highly suggest covering those ramps as well. I see you have that built-in loft area covered, so that's good. I like your little cute fleece tunnels. I do like the little cute pink dishes that I'm assuming are water bowls. I do suggest having more than 1 water bottle, only because it guarantees your guinea pig's freshness of water. If it's in a bowl, depending on the guinea pig, if they're anything like mine, it'll be covered in hay and poop within a matter of less than 10 minutes. But seeing as how large your cage is and you only have 3 in there currently, I don't think it's a huge concern at this point. But if you do ever add more guinea pigs into your herd, that is my recommendation. I'm not sure what kind of flooring you have or what you're using as an absorbent layer under your fleece, but if you don't have an absorbent layer already, I highly suggest using an absorbent layer like U-Haul or using a Coroplast base, or, well, you would still need an absorbent layer on top of Coroplast. But that's my recommendation for that. I know you said that in wintertime your guinea pigs live in a cage twice the size. If you are literally talking twice the size of what it is now, I know your mom works as a vet, and I respect that, but there is such thing as too much space. Believe it or not, there is. And I love the way you have your cage set up right now. I think a 5x6 for 4 girls is beyond amazing, but twice the size of that would literally be a 10x12. That would be an entire bedroom worth. In fact, my bedroom upstairs is a 10x12. I don't think 4 guinea pigs would need an entire bedroom size worth of space. But if you're able to do it and it's working for you, that's great. Like I said, this is just my advice, my input. You don't have to listen to any of the advice. Other people might see this video and come across it for inspiration, and they can choose to take my advice or not. But great cage, thank you for submitting. Okay, everyone, so for our final submission, you're not going to actually see me talking. You're just going to hear my voice. I will post a picture of me maybe holding one of my guinea pigs just so it doesn't look really weird and strange. But I'm actually in my PJs. It is almost 1 a.m. But I really wanted to get this last part of the video done so that I can get it out for next week. So, sorry. So let's dive into this one. So there are 2 cages this person had submitted. Their name is Avance over on YouTube. And so the first cage you're going to see is a 2x5. I believe they're 14-inch grids. They look like a cavy cage grids. And there are 3 females that live there. I'm not sure what is at the very far end. It looks like it might be some sort of litter tray, but I can't really tell. I didn't get much information on these cages other than the small cages with 3 females and the larger one is 3 males. So, if that's not a litter box and you're watching this video, please do comment below. Correct me if I am wrong with what it is. It might just be a fleece liner. I don't know. Okay, I really can't make it out. I see you have a wooden castle looking hide that has 1, 2, what looks like 3, maybe even 4 entranceway. If that's the case, that is superb. I absolutely love hides that have multiple entrances. There's another little, what looks like a wooden hide. It could be a cardboard one, but I think it's wood. It looks like it has 2 entrances as well, which is, like I said, fantastic. And then I see a wooden tunnel, but it's up against the wall, so it's used as just a one-way entrance hide. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's a corner hammock, as well as a hay bag, and I do only see 1 water bottle. So, if there was anything that I definitely would recommend, it would be adding another 1 or even 2 water bottles. Typically, I know with my own personal guinea pigs, I prefer to try and have like 1 bottle per pig, or at minimum 1 bottle per 2 pigs maximum. So I would definitely try and add 1 more. It also ensures that there will always be access to water just in case 1 bottle stops working for any given reason. And so that cage looks overall great for 3 females. I have a 2x5 for my trio as well. I can't see too much wrong with that. Maybe try and add some more enrichment, like chew toys or whatnot. I know another thing that I absolutely love to use are fleece fours. I usually try to get or make 2x1 fleece fours so it drapes across like a full section. And I know my pigs absolutely love being in shaded areas like that. It also helps maximize the space so that you don't have big clunky hides taking up too much of the space. So that is something that you can think about doing. And let's move on to our next photo with the boys' cage. I was not given dimensions for this one. I'm not even going to begin to try and count what the square footage on it is. Because it kind of turns into like an L off of an L kind of shape. It is weird zigzag puzzle type shape. There's another picture of it here. So I'm seeing a small little hay area at the very back end. I'm thinking it's the reason it's shaped like that has something to do with maybe a wall being in the way. So that's a possibility. But I do see one hay area. I'm seeing a hay bag. And then, yeah, I think that's another hay bag at the opposite end. So there might be 3 hay areas, which is great. That's what you want with 3 males. You're lucky to have a trio of males because most males only get along in pairs. And even at that, it's 20% success rate that any 2 males would get along. So congrats on having a trio. I'm not sure how old they are, but hopefully everything goes well with your cage. Not with your cage, but with your boys. I see a wooden house with multiple entrances, a very cozy bed that I wouldn't mind, shrinking down and cuddling into. Because I love soft, plushy things as well. I see another wooden tunnel with another wooden hide with multiple entrances. When it comes to having males, I would maybe suggest just moving the tunnel and actually having it as a tunnel versus a one-way hide, especially because you have 3 males, and when it comes to males, you just never know what their temperament is going to be. They could, they can live together their entire lives for 3 or 4 years even, and then one day they decide they just hate each other, and you don't want anyone to get cornered and not be able to get away. Sorry. And I'm not sure where the water bottles are in this cage. Okay, I see one over here. I don't see any other ones. If you only have the one, again, like I said before, I would definitely suggest having another 1 or 2 water bottles to be on the safe side in case one doesn't work, or in case they're all thirsty at the same time, which, can happen. I know you said you had other hides that were in the wash, and that's why the cage looks empty. Personally, I would not overdo it with hides or beds. I would just have like 1 hide per pig and maybe a tunnel. I would do maybe a fleece forest to, again, act as a hide, but still maximizing cage space. Boys need a lot more space compared to girls, so you're doing great for offering the best amount of space that you can, which is great. So yeah, I would definitely recommend more water bottles, and again, maybe some chew toys for added enrichment. I know guinea pigs love hay piles. Most of them do, not all, but maybe you could try giving your guinea pigs a hay pile for the enrichment. I have videos on DIY chew toys and enrichment ideas, so feel free to check that out if you'd like. But yeah, that is what I have to say about your cage or cages. Thank you so much for submitting, and I will talk to you all in the next video.